Hello everyone, so today I am going to be making some cute little handheld personal pies. So first I'm starting out with some flour. This is 1.5 cups of flour, I believe. I did not write any of this down, but yeah, so I don't know the exact measurements that I used, but now I'm putting in some sugar to help it be sweet, I guess. And now I'm whisking those two ingredients together. And I forgot to add some salt, so I added some salt into there and I'm whisking that up. Now I have some cold butter. You're gonna need 1 cup, I think. Again, this isn't a recipe, I'm just making stuff. So I'm getting out a cup of butter and it has to be really cold. And I'm gonna chop it up into little squares so I can make the pie crust. And I chop it in half and then in half again and then into a bunch of little tiny squares. Next, I add half of that into the flour and then the other half goes back into the fridge to wait until I need it. This thing is what we use to make biscuits and pie crust. It just helps mix the butter and flour together. And I'm just showing you guys what it looks like. It should be kind of clumpy. Okay, now I'm adding another cup and a half of flour to the mixture. I like to do it in separate things so I can actually really get the butter nice and mixed in there. Now we're adding the rest of the butter. And we're gonna mix that together again. And as I said before, I do it in sections so it's easier to get the butter mixed in really good. Next we have some ice cold water. You just put enough in there until it fully combines. After it starts to get clumpy, I like to dump it out on the counter and then mix it on the counter because it just is easier for me. As you can see, it's now all incorporated into one big ball and we cut that in half, form them into little discs, and then you put that in the fridge for 30 minutes. Also, you need to wrap them in something. It could be saran wrap or those little beeswax wrapping things, whatever you have. And I just thought I'd mention the reason I'm not actually talking and why I'm doing this voiceover is because I don't know if any of you guys are people who like to make content and also have a family, because living in a house with 2 younger brothers and your mom is it's amazing. I love my family, but for filming content, they're always talking in the background. So that's why I'm doing a voiceover. Right now, I'm just peeling 3 apples. I could have probably gotten away with using 1, but I just didn't know how many I should use. So I did cut up 3 when I only needed probably 1. And I'm just doing like a time lapse here, so it's a lot quicker to get through me cutting up all these apples. You can see me eating. I just had to eat the ends because they weren't flat, so they wouldn't have worked in the pies very well. Now that we've got all the apples cut up, I'm just adding them to a bowl, and then I'm gonna add all the ingredients for the apple pie filling. I'm just putting lemon juice on them so they don't go brown. This is ground cinnamon. You can't really tell by the label because it's kind of glaring off of the label. Next, I have some vanilla extract. Next, I have some brown sugar and some white sugar. I'm just mixing that together. And I was looking back at the stove because it went off telling me that it was preheated. Now we're just rolling out the dough. And I like to get it like 1/4 of an inch thick or thinner if I can. Now I'm just using a cookie cutter to cut out the little round shapes that I need. I'm just using this little spatula to help me get the circles off of the counter better. Now I'm just rolling the top one out so it goes over the top of the filling easier. Now I'm filling them up with some apples. And this is just an egg wash I'm using around the edges to help seal it shut. That's a little fork I'm using to crimp the edges. I did this one at normal speed so you guys can see what I'm doing, then all the rest I did on a time lapse. As you can see, I'm just repeating what I did with that first one. And once I did 3 apple ones, right now I'm just talking to my mom, she came into the kitchen. Right now I'm doing 3 apple ones, and then I'm going to do 3 cherry ones too. I was just gonna do apple, but then my mom was like, hey, we have some cherry pie filling in the fridge, you should use some of that. And I was like, that would be a great idea. So this is the cherry pie filling. I think the cherry ones were probably my favorite. I am a big apple pie person, but the apple pies they didn't have enough apple in them in my opinion, but the cherry pies were really good. And also, I forgot, I put on this apron. It says Kiss the Cook. I don't have like my own apron. It was between this one and one that said something about the world's best grandma, and I chose the one that said Kiss the Cook. I put some parchment paper down, and now I'm laying all the little pies out on the pan. Now I'm just using some egg wash and I'm sprinkling some sugar on the tops of all the pies so that they come out more brown and crispy. Now we're just gonna pop these in the oven. I have the oven preheated to 375, I think. Now I'm just trying all the pies. They were so good. As I said previously, the cherry pies were my favorite. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, that would be so amazing. And tell me what you guys want to see next. That'd be great. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.